seen before. I'm pleased to announce its staggering impact for the past year for the state of Alabama is a staggering $98.3 billion. Folks, that's 98 billion with a B. Beyond that large number, the port supports over 351,000 jobs in Alabama, and that's 1 out of every 7 jobs statewide. And these jobs amount to over 22 billion. Again, that's billion with a B, in income for hardworking Alabamians in all 67 counties. So while it may be called the Port of Mobile, it's really the Port of Alabama. In fact, the port gives back tremendously to our state. This past year, the port and its related industry gave back $2.4 billion in taxes to the state and local governments. Whether it's through our booming automotive industry, exports of natural resources like coal and limestone, and countless other Alabama-made and Alabama-sourced goods, the Port of Mobile touches every corner and every industry in our state. These numbers could not have been possible without the support of the Alabama legislature and our federal partners. For instance, take Rebuild Alabama. In the years since Rebuild Alabama was enacted, the port has more than tripled its economic impact in the state. We're talking about over $200 billion here, y'all, and that's before the port ship channel expansion is even complete. And what's more, our efforts have not gone unnoticed. Just last month, Forbes recognized Alabama's port as the second fastest growing in the United States. That accolade is a testament to the hard work of every individual and every entity involved in our port's success, from our dedicated workforce to the legislature, to our valued partners, and to our supportive community. And I know collectively we are not slowing down anytime soon. In other words, this is growth based on not on what has been done, but on what we are doing and will continue to do. But the best is still yet to come. The future is bright for Alabama's port, and I look forward to seeing its growth continue to contribute and impact every corner of our great state. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
Thank you, Governor. We're blessed to have you as our leader, so thank you. I'd like to just ask next Ellen McNair, our new Commerce Secretary, to come up and say a few words for us. Ellen, thank you.
I'm extremely honored today to be here and so excited to be able to talk about the port and their economic impact throughout the state of Alabama. The port is a true powerhouse for the economy of our state, and I commend John and his great team for the vision to reach throughout the state to better serve their customers. And I have firsthand experience on how the Alabama Port Authority has impacted statewide. The Montgomery Inland Port Project is just one example of how the power of the port is an economic driver far beyond Mobile. In my time at the Montgomery Chamber, we saw how the port has served as a catalyst driving economic development through Montgomery and the entire state. Business leaders throughout the country and throughout the world continue to make significant expansions and investments because of the connectivity that the port provides. We are truly grateful, John, for this great resource. Thank you for including me today.
Thank you, Ellen. I'd like to just ask Helena Duncan to come up. She's the president of our great Business Council of Alabama. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, John, for having us here today. You know, as we stand here today, I'm reminded of the Alabama port being a key pillar of Alabama's business and a gateway to the rest of the world. You know, the numbers that Alabama Port has unveiled today represents more than just figures on a page. You know, it signifies the heartbeat of Alabama's economic success. It underscores the role that the port plays in every corner of our state and beyond. You know, since the passage of the Rebuild Alabama Act, our port has been the driving force behind $200 billion economic value inject into the Alabama community. I know you just heard the governor say that, but that's worth repeating, $200 billion. It is not just for Mobile. It is for every corner, every county, every community, and every citizen that is benefiting from the success of Alabama's port. You know, this success is only the beginning. We stand right on the edge of an unprecedented growth that will, with the completion of the deepening and the widening project, that would catapult Alabama's port to be ranked as the deepest container terminal in the Gulf of Mexico. But let's not get confused on the numbers, and let's not get too absorbed on that. What does this really mean? It means business. Business leaders across our nation continues to invest in Alabama. They invest in our state because they recognize the unparalleled connectivity that this port provides. The Port of Mobile isn't just the port for Mobile, it's Alabama's lifeline to global economy. Its impact expands through every sector of our economy, from manufacturing to agriculture, from small businesses to multinational corporations. Just think about it. Every product that is manufactured in Alabama, every good that is harvested in Alabama soil, and every innovation that created in our tech labs is ported to reach global markets. By providing businesses with this access to international markets, the port stimulates demand on Alabama-made products, it spurs investments into our local infrastructure, and it creates jobs on every stage of the supply chain. The port facilitates the efficient movement of goods, it reduces transportation costs, and it also enhances the supply chain reliability, giving Alabama businesses a competitive edge in the global marketplace. And with this business comes jobs. Our port supports over 1 in 7 jobs statewide. That's 1 in 7 livelihoods. It's 1 in 7 families supported, and it's 1 in 7 futures that is secured. As stewards of our economic engine, our responsibility is clear. We must harness this movement, strategically channeling it towards sustained growth. With increased investments and incentives, we are poised to continue to attract businesses, to create jobs, and to foster an environment of economic growth with no bounds. As we celebrate the remarkable achievement today, BCA reaffirms our commitment and support to the Port of Mobile and the Alabama Port Authority as it propels Alabama to new heights of economic success. Thank you.
Thank you, Helena. I mean, I couldn't be more proud to be here with these 3 great leaders in our state. But, you know, as you've heard, you know, this really is an exciting time, I think, for Alabama. But I guess from my standpoint, the best is yet to come. With all of these investments that we're having and that have done in the past, we're only going to see continued investment in our state, jobs for our state, and economic development. With more than $1 billion in port capital being invested across the state from the Port Authority, we're well positioned to continue this for many years to come. Finally, I once again to thank the governor, our federal partners, the state legislature, business community for their ongoing support of our port, their port. This is a team effort. It really, truly is. And what you've heard, the entire state is reaping the benefits of the little bit that we do. So thank you all for coming. I'll be available following this event to answer any questions that you might have of the port. Thanks very much.
You've been watching Governor Ivey and the Alabama Port Authority make a major announcement about some record numbers when it comes to the economic impact on Alabama from the Port Authority. Now, these numbers are from the year 2022. That's the last year we have numbers for, but they are pretty significant, saying that the total economic value to the Mobile Port Authority, to the state of Alabama, is $98 billion. It created more than 351,000 jobs, and state and local tax impacts added up to $2.4 billion. As we heard today, that the Port of Mobile really touches every single industry here in Alabama, everything from automakers to exports like coal and limestone, everything that is produced and made right here in Alabama. The Port Authority actually touches and ships out from right here in this state. And one other interesting fact that was noted today is that Forbes recently named Alabama's Port Authority as the second fastest growing port authority in the United States. That's a huge number. Of course, we'll continue to follow this. We'll have much more tonight on WSFA 12 News. Stay with us. Thanks for watching this today.